Good morning, students. In our last class, we have seen about the structure of human eye. Now we will talk about that portion only. So, see, basically, we have seen the function of iris, we have seen the function of cornea, pupil, and ciliary muscles. The function of ciliary muscles is very much important. As we all know, that the human eye, it is a sense organ which enable us to see this beautiful world. Without this human eye, we cannot see this beautiful world. But there is one difference between eye lens and a lens which is used in camera. In the case of camera, in the case of mobile phone also, when you have to see far object, you have to zoom out, and when you have to see near object, you have to zoom in. But the case of eye is not the same, it is different. While we are seeing the far object and nearby object, we need not to do anything. Means eye itself adjusts its focal length. How it happen, we will see now. See, the ability of eye to see the near object as well as far object, means near point as well as far point. What is near point and what is far point for the eye, for a normal eye, I will discuss to you this also. But the ability of eye to see near point as well as far point by adjusting the focal length with the help of ciliary muscle is said to be power of accommodation. The eye ability of eye means, you see that when you see nearby object, what happened? The ciliary muscles contract, and due to which what happened? The lens become thick, and when this lens become thick, its focal length decreases. Its focal length decreases, and when its focal length decreases, we are able to see nearby object. What we are able to see? Nearby object. Okay, but when we see far object, as you see, you can do practical also, that when you are seeing a nearby objects, your eye get contract, that is the ciliary muscles get contract. But when you see far object, your ciliary muscles expand. So these ciliary muscles, what it do? It expand when we are seeing the far object. When the ciliary muscles expand, this lens become thin, and when this lens become thin, the focal length increases. What happens? The focal length increases, and it happen automatically. And that is the ability of eye to see near point as well as far point by adjusting the focal length with the help of ciliary muscle, that is known as power of accommodation. And here that is only said the ability of eye lens to see both near and distant object by adjusting its focal length is called the power of accommodation of the eye. See, eye lens is composed of a fibrous jelly-like material. Okay, and its curvature, if curvature will be changed, then focal length will be changed. So its curvature can be changed to some extent by the ciliary muscles, and the change in the curvature of the eye lens can change its focal length. So that's what I am saying, that when the muscle are relaxed, the lens become thin and its focal length increases, and when the muscles contract, the lens become thick and its focal length decreases. And when the focal length become thick and focal length decreases, we are able to see nearby object, and when the focal length increases, we are able to see far object. And the ability of eye to see near object as well as far object at a time by adjusting the focal length with the help of ciliary muscle, that is nothing but power of accommodation of eye. What is that? That is power of accommodation of eye. So ciliary muscles play a very much important role in adjusting the focal length of the human eye. Now, what we are talking, that we are talking for a normal eye. All the things that we are talking for a normal eye. Now we will see that many times I am saying that near point, far point. What do we mean by near point? Okay. So what is near point? The minimum distance at which the eye can see object clearly. The minimum distance at which the eye can see object clearly. Suppose you are reading the book and you will bring very much near to your eye the book. You cannot read the book. The letter will be very much blurred and there will be strain. Also, you will feel headache also. So the minimum distance at which the eye can see object clearly is called the near point, and that near point is known as near point is known as least distance of distinct vision, where the minimum distance at which we can distinguish the two objects. The minimum distance at which we can distinguish the two objects, that is the near point. And for normal eye it is 25 centimeter. On an average we are taking 25 centimeter because it is different at different age, but when we are talking in general we will take the average and it is 25 centimeter. And we can see the normal eye can see the moon clearly and stars clearly, and this moon and star is at how much distance? We can say infinite, very far away from us. So the farthest distance up to which the eye can see object clearly is called the far point of the eye, and the far point of the eye is infinity. What is the far point of the eye? Infinity. So near point, the minimum distance which a eye can see without getting any strain, and the far point which the maximum distance which an eye can see without getting any strain. So this was about the near point and far point. So that's what I am saying, the ability of eye to adjust the focal length to see near object as well as far object with the help of ciliary muscles, that is called power of accommodation. That is called power of accommodation. So till now we have seen that what do we mean by cornea, iris, pupil. See, aqueous humor and vitreous humor also play an important role because it has some refractive index, and due to the refractive index it is a liquid refraction take place, the bending of light take place. And ciliary muscles, you have seen eye lens, you have seen retina, blind spot and optic nerves. These topics are very much important because many times a question of 1 mark used to come about what do we mean by power of accommodation of an eye. Sometimes 2-3 definition of the, like, what do you mean by blind spot, what do you mean by pupil, what is the function of iris. So you know that the function of iris to control the amount of light entering in the pupil, and the color of the iris is different, and the color of iris is responsible for the color of the eye, and the color of the pupil is always black. It is not of different color. The color of the pupil is always black, and the pupil can contract also and expand also. When we will move in the dim light, the pupil what happen? Expand, and when we will come to bright light, the pupil means we can say bright contract. And what do we mean by intensity? The amount of light falling on a unit area, that is meaning of the intensity of light. So means the amount of light, when the light is more brighter, the amount of light falling on a unit area will be more, and in the case of when the light will be dim, then the amount of light falling on a unit area will be less, means the intensity will be less, and in one case intensity will be more. Now in the next class we will study about the defects of vision. Till now what we have talked about the normal eye. Now we will see about the defects of vision. Thank you.